What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. We are back again for another saga, another transfer show on Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. As the news is breaking out, Conor Gallagher is out of Chelsea's first team plans. It's the 40 million move to Atlético Madrid on the horizon. This transfer bombshell has its shockwaves as it's going through Stamford Bridge. Join us live as we discuss the drama, analyze the motive, and speculate on the future of Chelsea FC's midfield. Is this the tactical masterstroke by Enzo Maresca or a costly mistake? Don't miss these explosive discussions on your chance. Also on your chance to weigh in one of the biggest transfer saga on this transfer summer transfer window. So we are here. We're going to hear from you. We've seen Phantom of Minute Topic in there. We've seen Maya also in there. I hope everyone is doing very well. Phantom said to hit the like button, subscribe and like the video. Conor Gallagher did not betray CFC. It is clearly doing a number on Gallagher and Enzo and Pochettino, according to Phantom Minute Talk. Maya said, big up to me, big up to you, to yourself, and big up to Phantom and Stephen G. Clear Lake, according to Maya. There is a lot that we can talk about, the details of why Gallagher is not signing the contract. Is it the fall? How has it been? The fall from grace. We're talking about Gallagher. How did Conor Gallagher go from a rising star to an outcast at Chelsea in search for a short period of time? Is this a poorly football decision, or is there more to the story? We'll also be talking about Enzo Maresca's power play in the football club as Chelsea FC's manager. The athletic gain. What would Gallagher, if Gallagher joined Atletico, how will it impact Atletico Football Club? Chelsea midfielder dilemma. Is it overhaul? Will Gallagher potentially leave? And who are the best candidates to replace Gallagher in Chelsea FC football team? Fan reaction and prediction. How are Chelsea fans feeling about this situation? Are they happy to see Gallagher go or worried about the club direction at this moment? There is a lot to discuss here on this platform, so do not go anywhere. Join us here. We're going to have fun. We'll also drop the link in the later parts of the stream for you to come on and have a say. This fan channel is there for everyone, football fans, not for Chelsea fans alone. So be part of the conversation, be part of the live stream. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Follow us on X if you're watching us live from there. And also, you can subscribe, keep the bell notification icon active at all time on YouTube so you don't miss a thing. Hang in there. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back, beautiful people. Stephen G is here with me. I did not fumble a whole lot today. I'm very, very happy. I did. I took it so easily. Stephen G is here with me. We're gonna digest and get into the nitty gritty of why Conor Gallagher is refusing to leave, or is refusing to sign another new contract. But will he leave at the end of the summer transfer window? Would he leave? And the news coming from Chelsea media, or those that report on Chelsea news, it's not looking good. As Conor Gallagher, like I said, he has been sidelined away from the first team. Plans on him training for with the team is not going to be there, even when the team returns from America. So this is not good news for a development of a young player, a player that and Mauricio Pochettino used a lot last season. Arguably, he was the most player with the most minutes on the pitch, and also he captained the team to wherever Chelsea played at the end of the season. It was the help of Conor Gallagher. I feel bad that this has to be the end of an era for a young, talented player like Conor Gallagher. Stephen, where do you stand on this news? First, we can start with the move away from Chelsea first. Then you can tell me why he's not signing the contract, Stephen. But before we go
did you want first? Sorry, my audio went dodgy on me.
I said we can start with why, if he definitely, why is he moving away to Atletico Madrid, and why hasn't he signed a new contract? But before you get into it, I apologize. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, bro. Can't complain. It's just been a bit odd today, to be honest.
But I'm very happy to have you on the show as usual. Stephen Rice, big up to you. It's nice to see you back on the show again. He said, Stephen Rice said, Clown Lake, Clown Lake. All right, Steven said 100% you have been brainwashed by Clown Lake. I'm not so sure who exactly you are talking about. Is it me or someone else? Are you talking directly to me? Let me know so I can explain, or I can defend myself. Chelsea FC is now just Clear Lake FC. Apparently, he wanted a 200K for wages. I don't know if that's the main situation, but Steven will break everything down for us. Steven.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation to an extent, and to another extent, it's not, right? Because excuse me, weren't expecting that one. He has 12 months left on his contract. Yeah. And the club already accepted an offer from Villa earlier in the window for about 60 million, if I recall correctly. And then he rejected them. Chelsea offered him a 2-year contract with a 1-year option on top of that. So kind of like a 3-year contract, if you will. And he's rejected that. And Chelsea have accepted an offer from Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid want a response either on or by Monday. I can't remember what the wording was. It was either they want a response on Monday, as in at the latest then, or by Monday, as in basically latest being Sunday. So within the next 2-3 days, we should know what's happening with that move. And look, if I'm Gallagher, yeah, I'm not accepting the Chelsea offer. And I'll ask you what your stance is on it, and then in a second, right? So I will ask you in a second what your stance is on whether you would accept it if you were him. And people in the chat can answer this as well. If you were Gallagher and you got offered a 2-year deal with a 1-year option, which it was apparently reported would put him among the highest earners at the club, which we know is quite a lot of money when you think about it. If it's highest earners in terms of Sterling, for example, and Reece James, yeah? Or would you also reject it like Gallagher has? Because for me personally, I'm rejecting it. Because there's all the talk not publicly from the club, but in the media that Chelsea are trying to sell him and they're accepting offers for him and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then you're offering him a 2-year contract with a 1-year option. He's seeing all his teammates, whether they're new teammates from other clubs or they're his teammates from the academy days, get 5, 6, 7, even 8-year offers, right?
Yeah.
So if you're him, you feel disrespected by that. You know that they're just trying to retain value so they can sell you for more money. So if I'm him, I'm also rejecting that. I'd want a 4-year contract at a minimum. You've been told you'll be a squad player. If you can accept you're a squad player, then fair enough. Yeah. But even if I was told I was a squad player, I'd still want a 4-year contract because it gives me and my family stability as a player. Whereas if they give you a 2-year contract with a 1-year option, you haven't got the stability there because it's essentially a 1-year extension when you think about it because he's got 12 months left. So it would expire in 24 months' time from now, and there'd be a club option for a further 12 months. Yeah? But that's not stability because they can then go and sell you for 50, 60 million in January. And then you've got to uproot everything. All your family, your partner, for example, as well, has to move, and everyone has to move. Right? It just becomes a whole massive thing. And obviously, you're quite possibly, in some cases, moving either across the country, yeah, or across Europe. Because Atletico Madrid, you have to get on the plane to get there. You got to get on the plane to get to Madrid. Because ain't nobody going to be getting any cars across, especially when you've got to pay people to, well, you've got to pay transport for all your stuff and everything as well.
This is very, very interesting news. Just like you said, it's me. You want to know my opinion on this situation. It's a very, very difficult situation. But guys, keep your comments coming, keep your questions coming, and big up to my brother Makim. Yes, Makim, Andy in the house, but you're not yet in the building. Makim, big up to you. Phantom of Minute topic also dropping a lot here. Stephen Wright said, I hope Conor Gallagher stays and go on a free. And FUCK down leg up and lose 14 million. According to him, Phantom said, if I am Conor Gallagher, I insist on a Premier League team like Tottenham Hotspur. It's a fact, according to Myers. The link is right there. Let me make sure I I pin the link there. So anytime that anyone that joins feel like he has an interest in the specific topic can go ahead and join us here if you're interested in it. Let me pin it. Okay, I just did that. So yeah, I'm done with that one. Stephen Wright said he hates Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with Stephen. Big up to you, Stephen. Yourself. Guys, let's keep it nice and beautiful down there in the comments. Akim said, big up to me. Big up to the chat in Ekboli. We trust. Absolutely. Phantom of Minute topic, the Crystal Palace. Maya said, if I were Gallagher, I'll stay to raise his value, but you can say that Chelsea is pushing him out. So you all go out according to Maya. Clown Lake, we don't trust Stephen C. Push. Sorry, Poch was fired trying to keep Conor Gallagher. That money better go to proper play, according to Maya. Fact, Phantom. Many of them. Chelsea don't buy proper players no more. Only kids. We'll explain that. The reason why you think they're buying kids. They're not just buying kids. Stephen Rice. Chelsea are not just buying kids. Chelsea are actually looking for the best talents out there that they believe can go on to be the Ronaldinhos, the Neymar, the Vinicius Juniors. That is what they are signing now. Players with good quality that they believe that, buying these players at this tender age with 20, 30 million, I don't think that is really a bad deal. That you believe that they can go on to become Ballon d'Or winners. It's a plus, in my opinion. We'll talk more on that. We'll talk more on that when we get there. Maya said big up to Makeem and okay. Clear Lake is about profit and Excel spreadsheet, not about winning. I don't think so, Maya. This is a football team.
That's Phantom.
Phantom. I don't think so. This football team has really invested huge money into the football club and into players. They want to see retention. They want to see the club get into winning ways, but it's just a matter of time. It has to start gradually. And you all know, America and Rome was not building just one day. It took so many pharaohs, so many empires to come in and build Rome. So that's what we always use as an example. I want you to take it like that way, and let's see. Let's not disrespect his owners. Let's not just downgrade what they're doing, but then to support and
Also,
buy into what they're doing.
the other thing, right? If people aren't aware of what their business is, yeah, then they don't understand that for what they are, they quite literally need us to win to make the club more valuable.
For themselves also.
But because of what their business is, it's not, they're a hedge fund, right? So it's other people's money essentially that go to them, that they invest into stuff and then they give them a return, right? Have I understood that correct? Is that how that works?
That's how that works.
Right.
So people's money.
They quite literally need success.
It is Phantom. You and I money.
A different way to what people are used to seeing. And it's going to take time. But if the players keep developing, then we could have the same players for multiple years and start dominating competitions at that point.
Yeah. And, Maya said, I'll come to Maya in a bit. Maya said we're buying Wonder Kids. Absolutely, we are buying Wonder Kids. Those kids that you're talking about are not part of the first team. Estavia Williams and the George Mack. Is it George? No, something Mack.
Huh?
What's the Mack? What's his first name again?
Gabriel, isn't it?
Gabriel, yeah. Gabriel Mack. It's not part of the first team. Those are players that Chelsea are buying for the future, not now. They're not for now. They are for the future. You get what I'm saying? So, but the ones that we have now are a little bit more matured, still young, but matured in terms of stature and experience in the Premier League. Disasi is not young. Wesley Fofana is not young. He has experience for young. What's that, Steven?
Tosin's not young.
Tosin's not young.
Tosin turns 27 in September. Dewsbury Hall turns 26 in September.
I don't know. The players that you guys are seeing that Chelsea are going in for are for the future, not now. Let's talk about the players that we have in our possession now, Steven and Maya, Phantom of Mini Topic. The players that we have now is what we are looking at. But the ones that you guys are referring to, kids, are not. Palmer is not a kid. Palmer has loads of Premier League experience. One season with Chelsea and more, some other games, FA Cup games, Premier League games with Manchester City. These are experienced players. Champions League games. They're not kids over there. Disasi is not a kid. Wesley Fofana is not a kid. Enzo Fernandez is not a boy. He's a champ. He's a World Cup winner and also Copa America winner. World Cup winner, Copa America winner. We don't have kids. The kids that you're talking about are not with us.
But I get your point.
Yeah, most of the first team players. I know, okay, Malo Gusto, it's not a kid. Look, he doesn't play like a kid. He doesn't play like an academy player. He plays more maturely. He plays for the French national team. For God's sake.
I'm just going to check something of the last preseason game in 2 seconds. Okay. So against Club America,
you want me to
the average age of our team against Club America was 24.2 years old. The starting 11 for that game. Sanchez is 26, Reece 24, Tosin 26, Badiashile 23, Gusto 21, Lavia 20, Dewsbury Hall 25, Madueke 22, Nkunku 26, Sterling 29, Gui 18. The average age of that starting 11 against Club America was 24.2 years old. Celtic, I can't even remember the lineup we did for that game. I'm just checking now. The average age for that one was younger. That one was 22.9. Fair. The Wrexham game, the average age for that one was 22.8. But then that's when we weren't starting certain players that would bring the age up a bit. That would be starters.
I mean, you guys heard that from Steven. That is Steven spot
Plus,
on.
don't
If you look at
forget
the age group,
Jackson as well. He's what, 23. So you replace Gooey with Jackson. That's another 5 years there, which on the average, if we do that right, 5 divided by 11, that's like another 0.5 years on the average age. So it is a young team, yeah, but there is some more experienced players there as well.
absolutely. A Phantom of Mini topic said the Dallas Cowboys in the past 29 years has by far been the most profitable team in the NFL. We have 0 Super Bowl in 29 years. The Chicago Cubs is the most profitable baseball team in the past 116 years. 1 WS according to Phantom of Minute topic. We want to win now, right now. According to Maya, you can you can win right now, but it doesn't come like that. These are owners that bought a football club when the club wasn't sanctioned. You have to remember that they came and they brought in new philosophy to the football club. The old things have to go and they have to restart all over again. It will take a while. It will take a while for them to rebuild Chelsea again to get to that winning way. It won't happen. Trust me, Maya. I know you are a little bit impatient because you're a Chelsea fan, because we've been spoiled over the years with the winning ways where we're winning trophy, but it was never sustainable. That kind of a winning mentality was there. But go back to under Roman Abramovich era in terms of the distance, the gaps between how we were winning trophies. Look at what Manchester City is doing. Look at what Manchester City is doing now and how Chelsea did it in the past. Every year, a manager is gone. A new manager is in. These owners are trying to find a suitable manager that can handle these young players. Under Roman Abramovich, I understand it was always going to buy experienced players that are on top of their game to come to the football club and win. But how long do these players stay at the football club? A year, 2, 3, and they're gone. Drogba came to Chelsea Football Club when he was very young. He was young, but doesn't have Premier League experience. Go ahead, Steven.
The last time Chelsea won the Premier League, what year was it?
Was it 2015?
2017. The last time Chelsea won an FA Cup, 2018. Yeah? The last time Chelsea won a Europa League, 2019. Last time we won a Super Cup, a Club World Cup, or a Champions League, 2021. We haven't won the league in 7 years. We haven't even won an FA Cup in 6 years.
7 years. Take that 3 years that you think that these new owners have been there. 3 years out of the 7 years. So 4 years, we were craving, we were hungry, trying to win the Premier League. And even
put it this way, right? Just quickly to add on to that. Since our last league title in 2017, we won the FA Cup in 2018, yeah? The Europa League in 2019, the Club World Cup in 2021, the UEFA Super Cup in 2021, and the Champions League in 2021. So we won about 5 trophies since our last Premier League title. And 3 of those came in the same season. 3 of those came in the space of 12 months. Because the Champions League to the Club World Cup is about 10 months.
I mean, even with the World Club trophy, you have to win the Champions League. You have to win the
Champions League. We hadn't won anything in 2 years. We won the Champions League in 2020-2021 season, yeah? We won the Europa League in 2018-2019. So before the Champions League, we hadn't won anything for 2 years.
And you even said the last time we won it, even the first time we won the Premier League under Roman Abramovich, we went on and win it again. But look at the gap between the face of 10 years when Roma was there. How were we winning it? And look at Manchester City in the face of 10 years with Pep Guardiola involved, and see the number of years and how they are winning it. Now the Premier League is Manchester City's. Every year we know they can win it. But when Chelsea was on top, you can't guarantee they're going to win it. There were other teams there who were also pushing Chelsea. Unless the Chelsea win it this year and the following year, you think about Manchester City or Liverpool, maybe Arsenal trying to get in there, or Manchester United get in there.
I just sent you something in Discord, by the way.
So the way at which we were winning it was not sustainable. That's what I'm trying to say. Abramovich won it, but how did he win it? Manchester City are winning it, and look how they're winning it. They've won it. I mean, four seasons in a row. Just never done it in 4 seasons in a row. Chelsea was never anywhere near 4 seasons in a row. So come on, guys. Don't disrespect these owners. And I keep saying it. But something good is going to come up from the football club, but it will take time for that to be that to excel at the football club. It will take time. And we have to be patient. If you're a Chelsea fan, you have to be patient and wait for that time. This is not Roman Abramovich era. And like my brother's perspective said, many people come and own Chelsea Football Club. Ken Bate was not the first person that owned Chelsea Football Club. He sold it. He also bought it from someone. Roman bought it. Roman has to go. When he was being such, he can't come to the football club anymore. These guys who have also taken over. Excuse me. And they will go. Someone else will take over. So let's not listen to what other people are saying because of clickbait and looking for views and subscribers. I will say it as it is. You can follow me, you can unsubscribe, or you can subscribe. That's up to you. But I'm not going to sugarcoat things over here. And I'm going to follow those negative channels out there. That is not me. If you don't like me for saying the truth and you want me to follow you because you are listening to other people from the UK because they are setting certain names to these owners, I'm not going to be that way. I'm going the other way because I believe and I've seen something that makes me believe. Time to buy 80 million, 90 million, 2 million of those price tag is over. Time to buy players that you think they're on top of their game from other leagues and bring them to the football club that they never excel. It's over. The Andriy Shevchenko's, Roman Abramovich, whatever he did, that's my player. He brought him to the football club, and how did he go? That time is over. Everyone is buying, investing in young players. Real Madrid are doing it. Barcelona are doing it, and it's working. The FFP that has been imposed in the Premier League is not helping Chelsea either. It's not helping Premier League teams either. What about that? We're not looking at that. There's so many you can sell. There's so many you can loan out. There's so many you can bring to the football club. And you have to sell each and every year. And not all these academy players can go on to become world beaters. No, there should be challenges. There should be competition from other clubs also. Big up to Swedish. Big up to you. Big up to Mama Dante in the building. He says hello to everyone here. Big up to Metaface Doom, my brother. Where have you been? I know work is taking your time away, but it's nice to see you back again. It says a disrespectful title according to Metaface Doom. What makes it disrespectful? Metaface Doom. What makes it very disrespectful? I want you to.
There's another comment about it. I've already seen it.
Okay. So again, Clear Lake is just here for profit. That's how you see it. I understand. Manchester United. I don't even want to talk about United here. Gallagher betrays the Blues as Clown Lake hasn't banished him for the first team. So they could get that pure profit, according to Metaface Doom. Metaface, sometimes you have to understand. I'm very, very happy that title edged you to click on it to say something. You got to use a brain. That's what I'm using my brain over here to edge you to click on it.
You got to play. Basically, it's called playing the YouTube game, essentially.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be a little bit smart on this business. If you're not smart, if you look at the title, it doesn't mean that's what I'm going in for. You get what I'm saying? I'm very, very reasonable person over here. And even Steven asked me a question regarding Gallagher. Where do I stand? I don't think the treatment that Gallagher is going through is the best from the football club. It is utterly madness, because you, Clear Lake, or you, Chelsea Football Club, are giving each and every player 6, 7 years, 8 years, and you are giving Gallagher 2 years plus 1. To me, that doesn't edge well to me. It means that you want to give this player 2 years and be able to get more value of him and sell him for much more better money. But you don't guarantee him in the squad, in playing time in the squad. So to me, Gallagher rejecting that contract is fair play. And that's where I stand. It's fair play. Reject that contract until you see 5, 6 years on there. Then you take it. Then you can take that contract and fight for a place in the team. All right, so Sweaty said I want him to stay, but club doesn't want him to stay. He should go. He should go another club. I will be happy for him in his opinion, according to what he's a Phantom. We need a proper leader like Anthony Conte, not Rocky Maraska, who is CV is shorter than Graham Potter. Phantom, yet again,
did you see the clip?
Ignorance here.
To jump in,
Phantom.
yeah. Did you see the clip from Ancelotti?
I was going to say it, Steven. You took my words away from it.
Ancelotti essentially said, when you start out, you don't have experience. How essentially, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was essentially along the lines of,
I can help you out here.
It was along the lines of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was along the lines of, basically, when you're starting out, you don't have experience. How can you get experience if you're not given opportunities to gain that experience? Which is true. If I'm someone who, okay, let's use me as an example, right? I'm training, I'm studying to be a sport therapist, a physiotherapist, right?
Yeah.
But if someone wants 5 years of experience and stuff like that, yeah, how can I ever get a job to gain that experience in that actual work environment to allow me to move on to jobs with more experience that maybe get me better pay in the future? Right? Happens in all walks of life. It's not just managers. You have to find a job where they'll give you the experience, because so many places want that experience. But if you don't get the opportunity, you can't gain the experience in the first place. And look, at the end of the day, Arteta, I don't think, was ever a manager before he went to Arsenal. He was only Pep's assistant. So that's what I'm going to say on that. But yeah, it was essentially along the lines of, how can you gain experience if you're never given an opportunity to gain it?
Right. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Stephen Wright says selling all the players that won the Champions League and World Championship and Super Cup, and replacing them with average players because of wages. I don't think that it is. If you look at some of the players that we had in our time,
quite a few of those players needed to go, and some of those went because of the old ownership, not because of this. Take Rudiger for example, yeah?
Yeah, and then the guy from Napoli.
Because of the old ownership, not because of this ownership.
Yeah. Rudiger has nothing to do with this new ownership. Rudiger was willing to leave. He was demanding for certain price, and the old ownership were not willing to give him. But some of these players were even done. N'Golo Kante. Don't tell me what you saw from the European competition. Because of that, you could have kept N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante was going through injuries after injuries after injury, and some of them has to go. I understand you could keep him, but remember, his value was going down. The lesser he plays, the value drops. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes do not listen to what other people are saying, but then think outside the box. Stephen Rice said the plan is to collect young talented players. Once you find stars from the young, then you buy the experience. The problem is you will not develop the young if you don't play them. Real Madrid have set that example. Barcelona set that example. And Hendricks is one of them. Young, talented player from
Hendrick.
Brazil. Hendricks.
Hendrick.
Vinicius Jr., also one of them. Rodrigo, one of them. And I keep giving you many examples. Real Madrid are doing the same thing. Santiago said, if you buy experienced players, guaranteed you will not play the young, which is very, very true. Phantom, we are Chelsea fans due mainly to geographical location. We got about 50 kids. How many more do we need? We don't have about 50 kids. You are Steven, you're about
look,
exaggerating.
if you want to get precise, we'll have well over 50 because you got the academy age groups if you want to be precise. But I actually get what he means, so I'm not going to be annoying about it. I just wanted to mess about with it. But I get what he means.
Yeah, he's trying to over exaggerate.
He means around like the under 21s and stuff. I know what he means.
Okay, well done. Keep it real. I love that coming from CFC Dante. We gotta keep it real. I'm not gonna come. Look, my channel here is not searching for just clickbait. No, I'm not that John. I'm not that Michael. I'm not that Eric on the other YouTube section who just put things up and then come on the channel and cry because a certain academy player is leaving the football club. Chelsea Football Club have lost valuable, talented players which they did not keep. They let them go because not all of them can make the senior team. What about Charlie Mosonda? He got a shot. He couldn't make it. He was gone. Ruben Loftus-Cheek also got a shot at the football club. Injuries, he got a chance. He's gone. Tomori is also gone. Many of them, the club has produced young and good, talented players. Those that can make it, Reece James have made it. What's again? Who's the name again? I'm gonna say the one that just moved to Manchester United. Mason Mount also made it, and it was time for him to leave. He left the football club. We have Mount right now. We have Mount who left the football club. We have James is still with us over here. Chaloba looks like Chaloba is also gonna go. But there are more. We have a Champon coming in. We have Tariq George also coming in. So many talented players. There are many of them out there. We have some that we have to sell and make money. That is why they're there for. Some will make it to the first team. Some has to be sold to make money for the football club because FFP is there around every football club. And it's not under Roman era anymore. Roman has no FFP in his time until the later part of it.
He did for like something like 10 years or so, but for like the first 10 years there wasn't,
yeah. The early stage, he was buying players left, right, center. There was no FFP, but the way they structure the Premier League with the FFP, it's not easy for these new owners. And I'm talking about, if I say new owners, everyone in the Premier League that owns a football club. You get what I'm saying? So like me for speaking the truth, but don't like me for not supporting your agenda. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I respect your view, but when you bring it on, I'm trying to give you my view, and then we toggle, and they say it takes two to toggle. So we're gonna put it together and see what has value, which of these two opinions weighs more. Your view, my view, and I always create this platform for you to come on and have a say. Hey, Nee, I don't agree with you with your opinion. I understand you don't have to. But I'm not looking for the clickbait people. I want to speak the fact, and I want to be real on this platform. There are things there that we will see, but it will take time for it to reveal itself. If I've seen it working for other football club, why wouldn't it work for Chelsea FC? And Real Madrid don't have American owners. They have Spanish owners. But they're doing the same thing. They're buying them young. What is wrong if you buy them young and you know in the next 3 years they can become a Ronaldinho, they can become a World Pelé, they can become a Messi in the future, the next 3 years? If it doesn't work on, you're still gonna twist things out. You sell that player, you get your money back. Chelsea's not gonna lose money selling and getting Esteve William. He might be better for other teams, and whatever money Chelsea is paying on him, And remember, there are Ballon d'Or clause in those fees that Chelsea are paying to these players. So if this player doesn't make a Ballon d'Or clause, the club will not get that money from Chelsea FC. So sometimes we shouldn't let the money and the price tag also frighten us. You get what I'm saying? It shouldn't frighten us. So big up to Stephen Rice. I'm enjoying your comments over here. Dante said, "Well done." All right, Stephen Rice said, "No, you mix them together. Experience with young. I understand they are young right now. The young players that we said we have last season have gained more experience from last season. So now, don't they have Premier League experience?
Also, age
Yes,
doesn't equal experience, as we've said multiple times.
A lot of time, some of our fan base
That's
think
not
age.
For the record, I'm
experience.
not digging at anyone. It's just if anyone's new here, we have said that before. So I just wanted to re-put it on the record, so to speak.
Right. Big up to you, Mukola John. Big up to you. I hope you're watching us live from Uganda, Kampala. Thank you very much for joining the stream, guys. Do not forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel if you haven't. We are still on. We have to speak the truth over here. We have to be real. I'm not sympathizing anyone to follow my agenda. I don't really have agenda, but I see what is really down the pipeline. I've seen it, and I want to buy into it. I want to believe into it. Santiago said that they love 50 kids. They have 50 kids, and they've signed to compete to make the squad. If they are not good enough, we'll sell them. If they are great, like Palma and Gusto, then we keep them. It's great plan according to Santiago, which a lot of people don't even, a lot of Chelsea fans don't even give this credit to these owners. We brought these young players, like you say. Palma was one of them. Gusto was one of them. They've make it. Those that will not make it will be sold. Who knows? Maybe Viega will be like a real Ferdinand. Maybe Viega will be a John Terry. Maybe Viega will be Vidic. We don't know, but we have to have faith. This is a new era. CFC Dante said, "All right, thank you very much, Dante. Let's go." Coming from Santiago. Santiago, 100% brainwashed by Clear Lake. My Metaface Doom, my brother said, "I understood." Let's not forget about Trevor Chalobah, who is our best defense. Yet another carbon player being forced away. So this is what I keep talking about. Look at it. Look at all these players being lined up in the defense.
I disagree on the fact that he's our best defender. I think that's a stretch. I think he's a good option. I think he might even arguably be better than Disasi. Yeah. But to say he's our best, I can't agree on that bit.
There you go. I say, the best center half at the club, and then clearly want to sell him. There is no future with this owners, according to Stephen Rice. I can't force anyone to change his opinion. If your opinions, that's how you believe it, it's okay. Metaface, if Chalobah is that great, how come no team is bidding for him? That's a big question. Those that believe the Clown League are clowns, that's a good question there. Why? How come if he's that great? Look, we went for Olise. Olise was a great player. Look how fast it took Bayern Munich to go for Olise. What about Chalobah?
Even when Bayern came in, the clause and stuff was so complicated, yeah? After they came in, it still took them like 3 weeks from it being said he's now going to Bayern to actually complete all the documents and all that stuff. Like, it wasn't like they came in, it was done within a couple of days. It took weeks because of how complex it was with how many different people get paid from that clause and stuff like that. It wasn't straightforward. But by the way, I just quickly came up with about 25 players from our squad, which are probably the most likely players to be in our squad for next season, right? Because I'm only doing this because we were on about the age thing, right? Mm-hmm. Jorgensen, 22. Sanchez, 26. Bettinelli, 32. Gusto, 21. Reece James, 24. Colwell, 21. Fofana, 23. Buddy Shield, 23. Disasi, 26. Tosin, 26. Vega, 21. Kukurea, 26. Chilwell, I'm not sure. I think he might go, but for now, I've got him in there at 27. Lavia 20, Chukwuemeka 20, Caicedo 22, Enzo 23, Dewsbury Hall 25, Madueke 22, Palmer 22, Mudryk 23, Nkunku 26, Sterling 29, Gui 18, Jackson 23. That's 25 players, yeah?
Mhm.
The average age of that is 23.64. However, we've got, as I said, Dewsbury Hall and turns 26 like the 6th of September or something, and Tosin turns 27 about the same time. So then you've got another year if you want to talk about experience in terms of age.
Right. And then we even said that we shouldn't misunderstood ourselves in terms of experience and age.
Yeah.
There are players that have the very, very young age. Michael Owen was one of them. Michael Owen had lots of minutes. Wayne Rooney had lots of minutes, and that's why they fade out very early. So we shouldn't look at the age and compare that with experience. So players that are very young, but they've got lots of games in terms of Champions League game time, experience from their Premier League game time, or wherever they were coming from, the league that they were in game time. That is experience. It's not the age. There are players that started playing on the highest level in a very, very tender age. Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, 16 years old, Wayne Rooney with his first goal for Manchester United. One of them. John Terry, lots of experience when he was young. He was young.
John
When
Terry
he
was
joined
captain young for Chelsea.
Frank Lampard, also the same thing. So we don't have to forget this. Let's not confuse ourselves with age and experience. Someone can be 25 but hasn't got a lot of experience in the highest level. You get what I'm saying? You can bring Gyökeres. Gyökeres don't have no experience in the Premier League. It will take him time to adjust, although he's a clinical finisher. But he doesn't know how the Premier League teams move. He has to study the movement. He has to study the runs. He has to study other teams to know how they play. Dovbyk also, who signed for, I think, is he AC Milan or something like that? You get what I'm saying? So,
Dovbyk's going to Roma. But
yeah, I
just
think he
quickly,
signed for
John Terry was captain at the age of, well, a couple of days before his 21st birthday, John Terry was captain.
It's crazy.
Because
Santiago
we're
said
talking
no.
about experience and stuff like that. Bro, he was captain at 21.
21 years old. That's when John Terry captain. So, he didn't become a captain for nothing. He has experience from game time, playing. And I remember when he joined, why they made him a captain. Why? Because they've seen him. They've seen the light in him. His leadership role was already there. It's not just by fluke, but based on experience that he's been portraying in the game. Santiago said nobody is bidding for Chalobah. No news about him whatsoever. According from Santiago there, which I haven't seen much either. I haven't seen much, but look at the price. He might go for 25 million.
It might
That's what
come
they're
in at the
bidding.
back end of the window.
Yeah,
If
Chalobah
someone
is
throws
slightly
someone
above
late,
average.
then it might happen.
Yeah, Phantom says slightly above average. Santiago, it's all about a profile. See what you see when Palmer gets
See what you
sold
say.
in the next 2 years. Palmer
Bro,
is not going to
I'm
get
just
sold.
saying, if Palmer keeps up the performances he's doing now, the club will demand stupid money for him. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're probably already going to demand stupid money for him. And when I say stupid money, I'm talking they probably want over 120 million. And nobody's going to pay that.
My meta phase doom. I'm just hoping that the time come when the plan and everything that I sit here to believe come to fruition. I will look for you, meta phase doom. I will look for you. I will look for all those that doubt this American owners. And you believe that anyone who's to believe in this wished American model must be in La La Land. I don't know what you believe, but I don't know what you expect to be in the football club. And who do you expect to be in charge of the football club, Metaface? That's your belief, and I believe that. But I'm hoping that whatever I stand here, I sit over here in this chair to believe. When Chelsea start winning, all those that were calling these owners Clown Lake, I wouldn't know what else they would say. But I'm just hoping for that D-Day. Steven said that most players at Chelsea now are just about better than average. Which I do agree with that. I do agree with you on that one.
But they're also young,
We
which means they can develop. So
Phantom
That's
of
the
minute
counter.
topic. We need to buy Isaac or Tony. Why do you want Phantom of minute topic? I don't understand sometimes. Oh, Maya. Sorry, I forgot Maya is even there. I forgot Maya is even there. Sorry, Maya. I forgot.
Nah, nah.
Sorry, Maya.
How are you guys? Nah, nah.
See,
I wanted to answer this. Like, even if we can buy those two right from Gallagher's money, I don't
Wait, what
know.
two?
no,
Uh, Isaac or Tony.
no, the Gallagher money cannot buy Isaac and Tony.
Yo, but we gotta have a replacement for his money. You check, cause this guy, like,
Bro, Dewsbury Hall
I'm not
will be
saying,
viewed as a replacement. Trust me.
We already have
yeah,
replacements for Gallagher.
bro. Like, let's get someone else, bro. Like, what if he
We
goes
don't
out?
need
You
to, bro.
check.
We've got enough midfielders, bro. That's why he's where he is right now.
Alright. But so since if Gallagher goes, so we're gonna rely on Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, and Chuku. And who else? Who else is gonna also
Chukwuemeka, Enzo,
and also
Caicedo, Palmer
Disbury
can
Hall
play centrally. Dewsbury Hall,
can play box
Lavia.
to
Bro, we
box,
got
yeah.
like 6, 7 options that can play there.
Then we
Let me
need a
ask
striker, bro.
Maya. Let me ask you. Let me ask you this question. Who would you prefer to replace Conor Gallagher in our squad? That is better than what we have.
At the moment, I'm not sure. Like, not to replace him. Like, if we could have sold him like next season, do you check? Because of squad depth. But I understand because like why these guys are selling him, bro. You know. So if they're selling him, please they must buy a player for him.
You don't need
Like
to buy a player. You don't need to buy a player. They've already spent money on Dewsbury Hall. One, you have to remember, Dewsbury is part of the successful team that won the championship last season and qualified the team to the Premier League. So whatever you're thinking, if you have any dazzling and skillful player out there in the market that you're thinking you're going to bring in, might not understand the tactical play on the philosophy of Enzo Maresca. This is what makes this deal very easy. This guy already understands how Enzo Maresca play, and he was successful in that role. Look at his contribution when he came on the page against Club America alone. He messed up some chances, but we could say rustiness and shaking the rustiness of his legs. But he will come better because he understands how he plays already. Gallagher, off the ball, on the ball, he's not that great. And we all know that. So I don't know why people are so sympathizing with Gallagher and crying about just a little Gallagher leaving the football club. Like we don't have enough players. Look, did you see Lavia? Did you see
no, it's not
Castado
about
hasn't
that.
even played
Me
yet.
like if there are like Gallagher sexuals, I bet because I'm not that. I'm just saying like like the experience you check like if they're gonna sell Gallagher, right? They have to buy someone, not a midfielder, maybe buy someone from the front, at least a striker from Gallagher's money, man. He's going for how much? 40 million,
Yeah.
probably with
Euros.
add-ons, with 40 million euros with add-ons. Yo, bro, like cash in on that with Osimhen, bro, or someone, bro. Like, like, bro, we need another player that can just give the squad something. Like, with Gallagher's situation, I fully understand, but
Look,
we've been doing this thing, even with Roman era. There've been players that we've been selling like, for 40 million back then. So it's not
Bro, I
like
had this conversation with someone earlier, by the way, yeah, where we were having this whole thing about Gallagher and all this shit. I said, just think about it for a second, right?
we
I
got
said,
Dante.
even under Roman, whether it was players that came through Cobham or we signed them young, like De Bruyne, for example, yeah. I can think of about 4 players off the top of my head that I wish we didn't get rid of without even trying to think, yeah, under the Roman era. Mark Gahey, I think, would be a good option for us now. Tomori, I think, would be a good option
facts.
for us now, yeah? Do you know who else? De Bruyne and Mohamed Salah.
De Bruyne, Salah, who else
Bro,
left?
there's
Bro,
4 without me
gang,
even thinking
lot of
that
guys,
we could
bro.
do with or could have
Lot
done
of
with.
guys. But
Like,
like
that's not
from
even
my
thinking hard,
point, bro.
though. That's my point. Like, yes, you can criticize what these owners have done, but also praise them for what they've done well, because that's how it should work. If they do good, praise. If they do bad, criticize. Yeah, and that goes for sporting directors as well. Although, granted, mostly towards sporting directors because they're the ones negotiating the deals and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But this is what I'm saying. There's people who have agendas. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't love some of the stuff they've done, but I'm fair. If they do good, fair play. If they do bad, I'm going to send for you. Just know that.
Great. We have CFC Dante all the way representing us, all the way from the Australia, and we have also Makim in the building. I think this topic really divides a lot of opinion, and people are very interested in the topic. Guys, don't forget, I'll still read your comment. Meta Face Doom, big up to you, my brother. Just keep dropping the comments in there. Stephen Rice, I love it. I love to have the opposite side of it, and lots also coming from Santiago. Thank you very much, my brother. But let's hear from CFC Dante. Then let's see what Makim also have to say to us today. Dante, welcome back to the show, my brother. I heard you speaking on Coachilla's show today, and I was just loving it. I was just loving it until my stream started. Dante, welcome.
Big up, Nee. Thank you. Big up, guys. Even who's there? Mackin's on.
Yeah.
Who's the other? Maya's there as well.
Maya.
Big up, Maya.
Big up, Dante.
Everyone in the chat. Big up, boys. Yeah, look, it's obviously a bit of a topic at the moment. I did speak on it quite a bit earlier on Chelsea Perspective. We went through obviously the same subject. So we had a long discussion about it, and everyone's got different opinions, which is fine. I respect everyone's opinions, so that's not a problem. We can't all be the same. This Conor Gallagher issue, yeah, look, it's getting made a bit of a big deal. I mean, he's obviously it's come out that he's got a couple of contract offers on the table, which he hasn't said yes or no to. So we don't know what's happening there. Obviously, he's got a year left, so we need to try to move him on. He's been told, in my opinion, it's correct. He's been told that he's going to be a squad player. And in my opinion, I think that's correct because this type of player really does not suit him as much. He would make an amazing squad player because he's great to have that type of player. It's good to have to bring on if you need that type of player. There's injuries, suspensions, whatever, or if you're closing out a game, it's actually a great player to come bring on and defend the game out. So I'm not in favor of Gallagher leaving at all. I don't really mind if he leaves. I don't care if he stays. But it is a business. So everyone's got to realize it's a business. There's a lot of other things going on, PSR and all that. Look, he's had offers on the table. Apparently, they're close to what some of the top earners are earning. So I don't see no disrespect in that. Everyone's saying he's getting so disrespected because he's getting 2+1. He should get a 7-8 year deal, blah, blah, blah. Look, they're giving him a deal. First of all, that's good. They're giving him a deal. It's 2+1, but it's really like a 3-year deal because it will only start from once his other contract expires. So still a year to go on his current contract, and will only start a year after that. So really, it's 3+1, so nearly 4 years. So he'll be pretty much 29, nearly 30 when that expires, if that's the case. So I really don't see why that's an issue. That's just a smart decision from the club to do that. And he's not a starter. They've made it clear you're not a starter. You're a squad player. You'll be a squad player. If you are happy with that and you agree, you stay. He can stay. He's got the offer there. He can fight for his place. He say, no, I love Chelsea. I'm staying. I'm going to fight for my place because I think I'll get it and I'll start. He can do that, but he hasn't done that yet. So the club are put in a position where they have to sell him. So they've accepted bids. And he hasn't made a decision. He should be saying, yeah, I'm staying. He's actually causing a lot of trouble for the club, the fan base, dividing fans' opinions, giving a lot of people another reason to hate the owners and the club, the way we're going. So it's actually causing a lot of problems. He should just come out and say, listen, I'm staying. I'm fighting for my place. I'm going. Or what's he going to do? Because it's causing a lot of problems. Now, unfortunately, the fans have caused this, and our ex, I don't like to say his name, our ex kind of caused this a little bit by playing him every game, giving him the captain armband, and
creating the banner for him.
Our fans caused
him.
this.
That wasn't him.
No. Well, I'm just saying he played him every game. He gave him the captain's armband. he was put
No,
up
because then
on
he
a high
said
pedestal.
about the banner. So I was saying that's the fans. That's not.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
talking
well,
about the
that's where I'm
fans.
going with next. Exactly. So the fans have put him in.
Dante was talking about the fans, created a whole huge banner, and then giving the
Correct.
manager also giving the captainship. So I was relating that to the fans.
Exactly. And that's my
Not
next
really
point.
the
Exactly. So
All right.
the fans put him up on a massive pedestal, doing a massive banner for him. And the kid, obviously, you know, he's up there. He thinks he's worth, you know, he's a star, he's a superstar. Now, some people might think he is, some people don't. I don't see him as a superstar. He got the banner, I didn't mind, but really that was normally reserved for legends, the banners. So you get a banner, you're the captain, you're the face of Chelsea all of a sudden. And of course, he's got high hopes and he's got this. So maybe he's asking for a bit too much. Maybe the fans have caused this. Obviously, our ex-coaches caused this, but this is what happens when you change coaches. Some players are favored, some are not. Some styles are favored, some styles are not. He's got one certain skill set which favored the previous manager. It does not favor this manager. So he has to accept that. Like I said, it's a business at the end. It's what's good for everyone, for him. And he can treat it like a business. That's fine. But because he works both ways, so he can treat it like a business, no problem. So look, he just needs to make a decision, come out and say what he's doing, because otherwise it'll drag on. And this will not go favorably for him. It will not. If he stays and decides to not go and run his contract down, I can guarantee you there'll be a lot of clubs there after that, seeing his behavior, how he's handled this, and they'll pull some of those contracts, or they'll give him contracts and they'll change the contract. They'll put clauses in the contract so it doesn't happen again. So it's not a favorable position for him. Everyone's encouraging him to do this, and it's all on the owners. It's all Clear Lake's problem. It's all our fault because we're going for the academy players. No, it's all a business. It's a business first, and it works both ways, from the players and the club. But the club always comes first, not a player. The club's always more important than one player, especially when that player is not suited to the system and is not a superstar. So, hey, look, you can go either way, but it would be nice if Conor just came out and said, look, I'm staying or I'm going or this and that, and just clear it up, because it's just getting a bit too messy at the moment.
Thank you very much, Dante, for joining us here and dropping the valuable, knowledgeable football knowledge on this specific topic. Like I said, this topic really divides. A lot of fans are here, and other fans are with the owners, and other fans are against the owners and player in that position. But Stephen Rice, thank you very much for that comment. He says, the United Red spot on. Why will Conor Gallagher want to stay at the football club if they don't respect him? And I disagree with you by the club not respecting Conor Gallagher. This is a player that Chelsea made him a captain, and Chelsea did not argue the fact that Mauricio Pochettino made him the captain last season. They were happy with Conor Gallagher. He was captain. He was playing lots of games. But so if you say this club disrespect or doesn't respect Gallagher, I found that to be right.
They're saying, and sorry to interrupt, they're saying he should get a 7-8 year contract like the young kids do. Well, they can't give him that. He's nearly 25 or what it is. They can't give him an 8-year contract. They don't give that to players over 30. They're not gonna give him such a long contract. They're giving him a contract. Number one, it's shorter. It's still, the money's there apparently. We'll yet to see, but the money's, if it's that high, which for me, I thought it's still quite high if they're going to give him that much. But it looks like they are giving him that high, like the highest earners. If they're giving him a contract and the money's there, yeah, it's a little bit shorter, probably by a year or two. But that's just because the style of football we're playing and the way we're going, it does not suit him. So they're just covering their bases. But it's not disrespectful. They're actually giving him a contract and good pay. So I don't know how that is disrespectful. And like I said, it's a new contract. It starts when his other contract ends. So it's not 2 years. Everyone keeps saying it's only 2 years. It's not 2 years. It's 2 + 1. But really, in reality, it's 3 + 1. It's nearly 4 years.
Thank you very much, Dante. Santiago said, yes, Steven, we forced Mount out for 60. We sold, we forced Mount out for 60 million. Will you buy him now?
A big part of the Mount
big up
is
to
also on Mount's dad as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Big up to you, Mo.
His
From
dad
300,000 a week
and all that, and they went to the dressing room. This is home, son. Do one, mate. Do one.
Yeah, Mo, thank you very much for joining us here. That's my brother here, Mo from the Blueclouds YouTube channel. He said he says he was not a captain. He failed. And come on, Mo, you know what I mean. You know, when Reece James Chilwell was out, definitely manager have to find someone to do that job, and he didn't look anywhere else, but he chose Conor Gallagher. But that's what I mean, Mo. Since question, how many home grown players have Clown Lake sold since they took over? According to you, you asked how many has Arsenal sold and how many has even Manchester United sold. You have to be forced to sell homegrown players. There are too many of them. What are you gonna do with them? Too many. You
How
have
many did
Louis
we sell
Saul.
under Abramovich?
Yeah, you have Louis Saul. Too many of them. They all can be in the first team. And I keep stressing myself on this, and I keep saying it. So tell me, if we have to keep, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan captain right now, who used to be our centre back, Tomori. If you have to keep Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if you have to keep Christian Pulisic, if you have to keep Louis Saul, Christian Pulisic is not coming from the academy. I know that, but I'm saying if you have to keep all these players, how can we move forward? How can we move forward? Some has to go, some has to come. Tariq George is coming. It's also coming in. And young academy players, those that will make it. Those that can make it will sell them. But let me welcome my brother. Makeem, big up to you, my brother. I hope all is well, sir. Can you hear me, Makeem?
No, we can't hear.
Makeem is trying to sort this microphone up, but once you get it on, you can jump in, and I'll give the microphone over to you. I think we've said a lot here regarding some of these. Maya, we lost you for a second. So Stephen C. Mount won the Champions League and Super Cup World Championship trophy. Are more important to me than 60 million, according to him. Maya said, big up y'all, the panel. This Gallagher situation is deep for real. Absolutely, it is. It's raising a lot of alarm in this Chelsea fan base. Makeem, you ready? All right, Makeem, still that we can't hear him. Mo said, make it make sense. We buy a champions. We buy champions made for 30 million, and then we are going to sell in England international and Premier League proving made for 30 million. I'm not understanding these comments a bit.
He's saying we're buying Kieran Dewsbury Hall for 30 million, but we're selling Connor for 30 million.
Well, Gallagher has 12 months left is a big factor in that.
People don't understand that it's a business and this is how football works. I really don't know.
Gallagher's got 12 months left. He's what I believe the term is depreciated asset. Is that the correct term?
Yeah,
correct.
Mo, I hope you understand that.
Typically, with the exception of Mason Mount, typically players with 12 months left go for like 20, 30 odd million, stuff like that, especially in the current market. Mount was an exception to that.
Yeah, we did very well with Mount, yeah.
Bro, the fact that we robbed Arsenal and United in the same window is class.
All right, guys, do not forget, we are streaming. We've done our live stream here. If you're watching this live on X and YouTube, please do not forget to follow us on X, and also drop a like on the video and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel if you haven't done that. It will help the channel algorithm a lot for YouTube to recommend the video to the channel to a lot of people. Big up to you, Michael. Michael's big up to you. I hope you are happy joining us here today. We'd like to hear more from you. Wesley out sack Winstanley, according to my brother. Mo said talking about the level of players. Talking about the level of players, according to him. And Michael said, no, but if he does leave, it means that you have to be taking it by the snap with Stanley, who is poison to this club and will get sacked in the near future. Gallagher never wanted to leave. I believe Gallagher never wanted to leave. That's why I title it "Don't Force Me." and that's how I saw the things. So even in this, even if you look at the title, the way Metaface saw the title, I'm even supporting Gallagher. If you look at the title, they do not force me. Chelsea fans, Chelsea, don't force me to leave the football club. I love to be here. Makim, I hope you can hear us now.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
We can hear you now. We can hear that big voice there.
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. Ah, Chelsea. Well, there seems to be something coming up every week when it comes to our players. Unfortunately, but at the moment we have Gallagher in our hands, and to be very honest, I'm not gonna be long-winded with it. I'll be very brief. I just personally think it's good that he has to go now. This is the best time for him to go if he's gonna get better. Because I don't think, personally, I want the player to be great whether he's at Chelsea or not. I don't want to hold a player to his detriment. This is why one of the reasons why I'm not upset at the fact that we've gotten rid of Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, and these guys. They've done great elsewhere. If they stayed at Chelsea, they would never become the players that they. We would have wasted the talent. We would have held them back. And the ones that managed to still do something at other clubs and staying at Chelsea for a long time whilst not being played often, those are very exceptional players. We have to respect the Loftus Cheeks that hung in there the whole time,
Right.
because his talent could have been gone. He probably could have peaked early. We never know. But for Gallagher, him going to Atletico Madrid could be the best thing that's happened for his career. For him to compete with the likes of Jude Bellingham, technically, they're not too far apart. It's workable. He can learn it with no one better to do it with than Diego Simeone. He will become the player that he needs to be for England if he's going to get the caps. He's not going to be that player if he does that and stays at Chelsea. We can't even facilitate him. He's a surplus for us. So for me personally, I wouldn't really horn on the fact that, oh, we have to keep Gallagher. It's a bad thing that he's getting sold. It's all positive. He's spoiled with choices, to be very honest with you, because he could have went, he had the choice to go to Aston Villa and stuff. I mean, the
You
guy,
rejected
he's
that
in a
one.
good position. He's in a good position. Let's not act like it's all bad and bad. That's my take on the Gallagher situation.
Thank you very much, Makim. Stephen, Dante, anyone has more to want to add to it? And some of the comments. If you want to react to any of the comments, you can redo that. Go ahead, Stephen.
Not really. I've not really got anything to add. What I will say is that because of a lot of this, we spent talking about experience. I said about the 25 players that I listed off.
Yeah.
So I've
go through
also
it, yeah.
added in games that they've played in the Championship because we're an English club, the Premier League, the French League, Spanish League, Italian
Bundesliga.
League, German League, Portuguese League, Dutch League, because Dutch is technically deemed one of the better leagues. The Champions League,
Bundesliga.
Europa League, and Conference League, so I can see how many games they've played across all of them combined. There's a lot of players with over 100, 150, 200 games in there. Sterling himself, one of our worst players, is one game away from playing 550 games.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Whereas
Yes.
Palmer's already played 86. This is at all clubs, not just at
86
Chelsea,
games.
obviously.
Madwiki, 264 games. In Kuku's 264
Nkunku,
games.
264.
Yeah. Modric 126 games. Palmer 86, just like you said. To Lavia 37 games, and Kuku and Chukwemeka 43 games. Caicedo 101 games. Enzo Fernandez, which is 91 games. Drisbury Hall 169 games. That's a lot of experience.
Jackson's
in that
already
level.
got 92, bro.
Yeah. Cucurella 216, Chilwell 236, Viega 13, not including Swiss League. We also put down there Cowell 86, Fofana 102, Badishil 168, Disasi 226 games, so Tosin 211. This are leagues, highest, one of the biggest leagues and competitions that these players have played in. Bettinelli 163, Sanchez 111, Jorgensen 44, Johansen, they call him Johansen S 44. All right, so that's impressive over here, Steven. That's really good.
That's what I've been doing whilst I was listening to everyone else. I was like, I may as well get this because we always say it's not just about the age.
Yeah. I'm the Mo from the Blue Lounge YouTube channel said I will take RSC back in a heartbeat. Ruben Luso's chick. I love that player. To be honest with you, I wasn't happy when he left, but I understand the situation. The injury was not permitting him to play in that intensity, the Premier League intensity. Injury was killing him, so it's about time when he got fit, play a couple games, and let him go to AC Milan. So Ruben is a good player, but he couldn't stay fit. Blue Lounge, another homegrown player that Clay League sold for profit. I don't understand this. Ruben Brown, thank you very much for joining us here on this platform. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and also drop a like on the video. Chelsea wants to buy all the players and sell all the players they have. That is crazy, man, according to him. I don't think that's the real deal here, Ruben. That is not it. That's not true. Are you not seeing a phantom here? No, sorry, are you not seeing a pattern over here? I thought it was phantom mini topic. No. I don't know what to say anymore. Like I said, I won't change anyone's opinions. Santiago said, you hear that, Steven. Are you hearing the game these Chelsea players have played already? According to Santiago. Makim or CFC, anyone has any reaction towards some of these comments, or you have anything you want to inject into the topic? You can go for it, sir.
Oh, go on, Dante. Go on, you go first.
Yeah, look, it's just people looking for an excuse to have a go at these owners, and clearly, like, that's all it is. Every little thing that comes up, it's all their fault.
And they won't give them praise for the good things they've done already.
There's no praise at all. There's hardly no praise. I can't remember who said in the chat. One of the guys, I can't remember which one it was. Sorry, at the start, he was saying from day one, I hated these owners and don't like what. From day one,
they didn't even give them a chance.
They're not getting a chance. People that need to realize it's 2.5 years or whatever it is into this project.
It's funny because people did that with Palmer as well. Now everyone absolutely loves him.
Go ahead, Dante.
People are saying they're buying the club to sell all our homegrown players to make money, to then liquidate the club and make money. And it's all about money. They don't care about soccer, about football, about blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. From day one, they're saying that. So they haven't even gotten a chance. It's a longer-term project. Yes, we're starting again. It was some difficult circumstances. We had to sell the club, unfortunately. But in my opinion, they have the right intentions. They're doing the right things. It's going to take a bit longer, but it will be successful. And if it's not successful, I'll call it out what they're doing. But I do not see what people are saying that what they're doing to this club. I just do not see it. I don't see the evidence. There's no evidence to back that up. You're telling me that we've sold 2 homegrown players or 3 homegrown players in that time, and it's a pattern. It's not. We've sold other players as well, not just homegrown players. There's no pattern. It's nothing. How do they want to? Sorry,
I said Havertz doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Look, that's what I'm trying to say. And I saw that comment from one of the guys. I can't remember which one it was. Sorry, it was right.
Timo Werner, another experience.
Exactly. Yeah, they're saying from day one, I did not believe in these guys, and I want to give them a chance. Well, that's the mentality there. That should tell you everything there is about that. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to them and go after them if they do that. When I see that happening, but I'm not doing it now after 2 years after what we did and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve. If in a couple of years it's getting worse and they're not doing anything that they said they will, then yeah, of course I'm gonna have a go at them. But I do not see signs of them doing that. I just don't see it. I don't know why people have such a biased opinion on them and are so harsh on them and calling them names. And yeah, it's really uncalled for. They're trying to build something. It takes longer. They've gone the youth route. Before they came in, everyone's saying sell all our players. Oh, we're not going nowhere. We're not winning anything anymore after 21. Sell it, get all young players. But when that happened, then it was no good. Now it's no good. Now it's taking a bit longer. So, look, I'm okay with the project. I see what they're doing. I understand what they're doing. I'm looking at it a business way, and as an ex-player, I know exactly what they're trying to do, how they're doing it. They are going the long route. Yeah, it will take longer. Getting great young talent rises to the top, and we're good enough. You watch how they will sign some of the best players in the world to add to that team to make it not just to win something every 3-4 years, something. They want to make a team that will be up the top every year and for a long period of time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. Because if I've seen Man City doing the same thing with one manager, and putting his philosophy down, and they're winning every year, 4 in a row. I think Chelsea.
But guys, let's not be extreme now. Like it's not all the way there. It's not all the way cushy now.
No, we said it will get better.
One thing they have got wrong, these directors, one thing they have got wrong, and I criticize them, is the coach, the manager. They've got the manager wrong so far every time. That is one
directors than it is on them, to be fair.
Buying players they haven't played and then selling them already. Like they do some weird things. Like let's not. Do you get what I mean? Like the whole Hasaday, like the whole Datro Fofana. It's like the players we're focusing on young talent, but it's like the young talents are not.
They're not sold, McCain. They haven't been sold yet,
and then they're getting sold. So it's not all the way. They do a bit, do some sideways stuff.
Okay. Santiago, let me read some few comments here. And Mo is asking for Dante to explain the project. Like, let's say here. Santiago said Lukaku, Sterling, Sahu, Joao Felix, Koulibaly, and you could add what's his name, Timo Werner, and also what's his name again, Kai Havertz. All these players to it. These are all experienced players. How did they work for us, Chelsea? I'm sure a lot of you are listening to it. Mo said that we don't need an excuse. They are doing fantastic, good job, fantastic job. Yep, yeah, because he laughed. There's a laugh over there, and I see it. It's okay. That's how everyone see it. But we move on. It's about the future, not now. Deep Prince said how our owners are treating Gallagher like this, and how is the future of our academy players. Be big up to you, Deep Prince. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well, my brother. It's nice to see you back on the show. Stephen Rice said only one of them not brought by Clear Lake, and Todd B by I think it buys all of them because he was sporting director. Then fact. I couldn't get it right. The Blue Line said, Mo said, please explain the project to us, according to Mo. Stephen Rice said, Todd, the sporting director with no experience in that job and never ran the football club in his life. Jovino, I think Jovino, my man, said Gallagher will play less under Enzo Maresca, to be honest with you. Enzo Maresca playing style doesn't suit him. For Gallagher potential, it's better to leave for more game time. Will be picked for England if he doesn't play, according to my brother Jovino. And I agree with you 100%. It's better for Gallagher to leave. If the playing style doesn't suit him, why not? You get what I'm saying? Just leave, find a team that will give you much more playing time. And when you get better, Chelsea wants you can come back. But I don't want them to have a very hard way, a fight before Gallagher leave the football club, because we all love him. I love Gallagher. I love his intensity that he provided to the team yesterday and how he helped, to be honest with you. But I don't think that he can provide more. Look at these talented players that we have in the team. The Lavia. Look at how Malo Gusto played against the Club America. I don't think Gallagher can do it. He cannot. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that we can talk about going forward. Santiago says, Steven, that's good. That's good that the owners get rid of everyone for Chelsea because they were all they were all ASS, which I would say, Thiago. Oh my goodness. Giovinio, thank you very much. Make sure you follow and subscribe on the drop a like on the video. Everyone, please don't forget. All right, go ahead. I see Makim or Santiago is talking. Santiago, come in. Makim, go for it.
Yeah, you see the no, just quickly, you see the conversation we're having about Gallagher, yeah, about he needs to go and eventually, yeah. We might possibly have that conversation about more important players. It's not just him, you know. Chilwell needs to go too. Eventually, we might have the same conversation with Reece James. It just outclass, and he needs to be around somewhere where he has a time where he can grow, where the competition is not as fierce. Because I don't think he's gonna outdo Malo Gusto like that, and the competition around the right backs is severe.
You could then make the argument that what we tried the other day is going to be the way forward for us, though, by having one at right back, Reece James, and then Gusto at left back, who's played left back for us, but inverting into midfield. Because that looked really good the other day. You could argue that could be the step forward.
That would make sense if Gusto wasn't such a bad man at right back and right wing, even on the right. Like, it's mad.
But in this system, you're not a natural fullback, no matter what side you're on.
Yeah, but Cucurella is the best left back we have at the moment. So it's like his performances doesn't outdo Cucurella winning the Euros. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, it's gonna take time. And it's like,
Mackin, what are you saying? So what you're saying, Gusto is better than James, that he should start over him, or what are you trying to say?
basically, yeah. Eventually,
okay. Yeah, well, that's a good problem to have.
Yes, it's a good problem to have, yeah. And it's a thing where we can usher Reece James to Madrid slowly instead of plunging him back into the team, like playing him in the midfield.
Exactly.
You know, because it doesn't make him look good like that. It doesn't make him look good if we're gonna try like force him over a form player. Like, the form is gonna expose what Reece James is lacking, whether it's weight, conditioning, and all these things. So in order to maintain that, we're gonna have to have Malo Gusto starting majority of the games.
Well, he'll start the first 3 games anyway, because
the Gallagher conversation, we're gonna have that about Reece James. I'm just saying it's gonna come. I can see this coming. Like, I predicted the Enzo thing already.
If James stays fit, if James stays fit and he gets back to his fitness, he'll be just fine. He'll compete. He might take his role. It's a good problem to have. But hey, if he gets injured again, then good luck trying to sell him to anyone. That's in the first place, because no one's going to buy him after he's done his hamstring. Imagine he does another hamstring. His career is almost over because he's... So, look, yeah. But it is what it is. It's a player. We move on. If he's not good enough, gets injured, we move him on. If Gusto becomes first and he doesn't want to be a second because Gusto is way better than him, then James moves on. I don't have any sentimental attachment to these players.
You know that realistic point that you just pointed out just now. Yeah, a lot of people can't really digest that. Like, the regular fan can't. I don't understand why a lot of fans online can't digest that. It's crazy.
Because Reece is a Cobham boy. He's born in Cobham. He's a homegrown player. And I get it. They have a bit of a sentimental attachment to them, especially the English fans that go to the games all the time and they go to Cobham. They go to training sessions that they go to that's seen him come up for the youth. You get attached to a player sentimentally. You just do. And a lot of these homegrown players, this is why there's problems. Mostly because the fans are causing this, because they are attached to these players, and that's fine. You can be. I see their point of view, but unfortunately, talent at the top level, talent is over everything. And yeah, same thing with Chalobah. People see Chalobah as a world-class defender. Well, I'm sorry, I don't. I see him as a third, fourth choice for us. I see him as a starting centre back for us. Yeah, Reece James is a world-class player, and he has been, but that's been a while now. So he's been injured too long. But he finally got his operation done, and now he should be much better, his hamstrings. But if his hamstrings go again, well, he's got a big problem then, future-wise in football completely. So that's another issue completely. But yeah, look, I understand.
Now
people
you
get
see
attacked,
why I
but
don't want him to be injured. Like, you see how we were scared that Lavia was diving in and putting in tackles, yeah? And that's why I don't want to see Reece James overreach and play more than Gusto, because once he gets injured, he's not no Madrid.
we don't know if
I don't
Madrid
care
wants him
for
yet.
Madrid, bro. I care about Chelsea. Like, I ain't thinking, oh, let's get Reece to Madrid, bro.
Yeah,
If
that's
Reece
not
can come back and cook for us, yeah, that's all I care about.
exactly.
Forget the Madrid thing, man. Madrid thing ain't relevant.
That
now,
means it's gonna take time because he's missed a lot, you know, and it's gonna have to be
Yeah, he's missed a
consistent.
lot, and it'll take time to get up to speed, sure. But that's completely different to going on about him going to Madrid.
Yeah, making their training schedules
It's
and
it's
at the top
realistic.
level
I'm just saying
professionals
it's a
now.
realistic possibility, and that we can that it's a good problem and it's a realistic probability that can happen, it on future on, innit?
You can, but like you said, it's a great problem to have. And yeah, you want that for every position. You got to have two guys competing for that position. You want that for every single position. That's what you want to have.
And I also think that Reece and Gusto both have that mentality as well, that if you're not putting one of them either centre back or left back, and they're actually both literally just fighting for that right back role, I don't think either of them are scared. I think they'll happily both stay and fight for it, to be honest.
And a lot of games, so there'll be a lot of rotation as well.
That's
most
the
likely.
point, right? Especially, say we get Champions League next season, yeah?
Yeah.
You're playing 8 games in the league phase, 2 in a round of 16, so you're up to 10 games. 2 in a quarterfinal, 2 in a semi-final, so that's 14 games now, right? And then if you get to the final, it's another one, so 15 games, yeah? Then you've got the domestic cups. So if you add
Plenty of
them
games
and the
to go
Premier
around.
League, you're talking like 60-odd games. If you qualify for the Club World Cup again, you're playing potentially like 70-odd games in one calendar year.
Let's not forget if there's internationals as well. So
Which you don't even get me started on these international breaks, bro. Please.
I just
here
hope
all
I
night.
just hope
I'm
we
not
do the
joking.
right rotation, innit? Like, I just hope the rotation goes well, because our rotation
Well,
in
he
the midfield
rotated at
was
Leicester
ridiculous.
as well,
Like,
so it's not like he doesn't rotate. Like if they had midweek games, like he
and
did rotate.
making
and
it's
stuff.
you play him. You have to play. He's a superstar. He's one of the highest earners of the club. You play him. If he gets injured, that's on him and his fitness. If he's not built for it, you have to play. You can't be cautious of him just because, oh my god, he'll get injured. That's not the mentality they have. You can't have that mentality. They have world-class trainers and world-class equipment and world-class diets, chefs, everything.
At the
They're so
same
well
time,
looked after.
we
It doesn't
we
matter.
entertained Enzo for 9 months. We entertained Enzo for 9 months. He had a hernia injury, yeah, and he had He had a long period of bad games, yeah, and we all tried to give him time to ease himself into the team and to work his way back in. And it's like, within 9 months,
No.
you know how many? Like, that's technically
That was
giving
on
the
our
league.
manager. That
You
was
get
on
what
our
I mean? Like,
ex-manager.
I don't want that to happen for Reece James, where we're gonna have to consistently tolerate bad performances because he was once a great player for us that did these things, and it's like now we're just witnessing his decline. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not taking
Yeah, I
liberties.
understand. Yeah, but you're
actually
not going to
can't
see that.
remember the
Maresca's
last
not going
time
to
Reece
play
had a
him.
bad game. Even when he's coming back from injury, he don't typically have bad games.
He's been pretty bad the preseason games, to be honest. He's looked.
But that's a new system in a new role, and
It's
everyone's
his
bad
fitness
the
is what you
first
can
couple
tell.
of
It's a bit
games.
heavier. The system's
Bro, the
confusing
first
him.
2
He's not
games,
getting back.
everyone was bad. Let's be
But
fair.
exactly.
Okay,
But
maybe one or
that's why
two
I'm actually
exceptions.
okay with him being out the
one
first
after
3
the other.
games.
Let's
Actually,
do
give
one
him more
after the
time to
other.
train.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys very much. Giovanni, Gio and Giovanni. My brother said that even last season Gallagher wouldn't have played much if Lavia was fit, according to Giovanni. Santiago says Steven, yes, because of that. Mo said these owners have taken a team with a model that brought 20 years of success and changed it to a model used by mid-table teams. This is not a project we subscribe to.
It's funny, just quick, right?
Stephen,
I
hold
think
on.
I saw a report the other day that
Stephen, hold on,
Liverpool are doing under 25 thing as well, and Man U are doing it as well.
Yeah.
So it's the new thing. That's got to be the next
It's not
thing.
even just Man U. Man U doing it. Newcastle also trying to do the same thing as well.
No, but I'm saying of the traditionally for the last 10, 15, 20 years, big teams.
Right.
Apparently Liverpool go do it. Apparently Man U are go do it. And then we're already doing it. So that's 3 of them. Man City, when Pep goes, might do the same.
Steven said, Blue Line just spot on. Why can't Chelsea fans see this? They are 100% brainwashed by Clear Lake. Right now, Cuckoo and Gustav are both better than James. We will see if James can get this mojo, can get his mojo back, according to Santiago. Reece James way better than Gusto, but that doesn't make Gusto a bad player. Giovanni said, Gusto, I see as good. Good backup for injury-prone James. Santiago said, guarantee you guys, Gusto will be starting right back for France in the next World Cup, according to Santiago. James will be back. I have faith, but play him in the right position where he can get.
Saying
I got a call coming
in. A natural fullback role where he can get the crosses into the box. The thing is, right? Whilst I get he's dangerous doing that,
guys, give me a second.
If he's the one that's becoming the centre back out of our 4 defenders, that might actually help him move past the injuries because you're not bombing up and down the touchline for a full 90 minutes every single game, like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like it's less running, less full pace. Like, sure, every now and then he might get up there, and we saw it a couple times, if I remember rightly, the other day, right? But it's not going to be constant, which means that he might actually be able to move past it because he's not having a sprint full out for a whole game multiple times a week. So hopefully this actually helps him move past it.
Hopefully it does.
That's the way I'm looking at it anyway.
Yeah, he's got to get back to his fitness levels. He's playing a bit cautiously.
And that takes time, especially when you've had the injury that he's had. Like, it'd take him a few games or so to sort of get there, which is why preseason's there. Like, you can work it in that.
But yeah, I think Gusto is not a backup to him. Gusto is definitely competing for that position. He's not a backup. He's not a backup anymore.
They're both top quality players. The fact we got Gusto for the price we did with limited, if any, competition is actually daylight robbery.
Yeah.
Mo think that once Reece James is back to full fitness, they'll sell him for 100% profit. I think Mo is just upset right now. Gusto, a very good player, clearly got lucky here. He didn't get lucky. They spotted the player. There are scouts out there. There are scouts all over the world. Nigeria, Senegal.
They closed their eyes.
Brazil.
Yeah. They put down the name of every player in the world in every position. Yeah. They put their hand into a bucket and they pick one out at random, and that's who we sign. So they got lucky.
All right. There you hear Steven over there. They didn't get lucky. They scouted the player and they brought the player in from the fringe. The same thing they did with Badishir. Badishir can be good, can be bad. It's sometimes.
No, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe.
You can't get them all right. That's why it's.
Bro, I said it the other day, right? On these players we've signed a stupid number of players, right? But if you hit on about 50% of these players, you've done a good job. Because of the volume of players we've signed. Not because of who we've signed, but the sheer number of players we've signed. If you hit on 50% of those, you've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think the percentage, I was looking that up, is I think to be considered successful, it's like 32% or something like that to be successful.
Even better.
Fofana has me bitter, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Still.
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be some rant, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I had to. It was there.
We're not doing this.
Oh goodness. Giovanni said that Chelsea have a better goal scorer in James than Gusto, but that's only my opinion. According to him, I think it's not really their job to score goals, but when they get in that position, I think Reece James does much better. I agree with Giovanni on that. Steven,
Santiago's on one winding everyone up today.
Santiago. He says, Steven, who knows how long they stay. One thing guarantee is Chelsea can replace since we have a 50 kit.
Because of that Stephen Rice said we got 50 kids in it.
Yeah. All right, Steven said, Santiago, you're not getting the point. Name 50 kids are better that are better than James or Palmer. My point is, if you want to sell players, bring in some better kids.
But then the counter argument to that, right?
The same thing they said. The kids we brought in, don't they have potential?
Thing,
yeah. But they're saying bring someone in who's not a kid with potential, is what they're saying. Like bring someone who's experienced.
So it's the opposite.
Think about it, right?
Steven, you're contradicting yourself.
But the thing is, right, what people don't get is, sure, they're going to sell all the Cobham, every player's going to be gone, all this rubbish, yeah? Think about it. For someone like Palmer, or if Reece James regains his form that he had when we won the Champions League, for example, yeah? These players ain't going for pennies. They're going for over 100 million. Because if they keep putting in levels like that, yeah, you think they're going to go, you can go for 30, 40, 50 million. No, of course not. They're not stupid. You'd be paying over 100 million and people won't pay that, especially with the FFP market. It won't happen.
Great. Rice said it says you're right, but we will have to wait 3 years to find out, and we need top 4 now. If we don't make top 4 this season, we have FUCKED. We need that money, according to Steven. Just a perspective in the building. Big up to my brother here. He says, who allowed Dante on the panel?
Coach, I was first. Go away. I was first here.
No,
now you come so late. You wanna be relevant now. Go away.
You know what? Don't look at Dante. Look at your brother here, and never unsubscribe. That's a joke. Big up to you people. It says more like people, more likes, according to my brother. Guys, so please drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. It's the first time joining us here. Subscribe if you haven't. And like I always say, a little bit will always go a long way. My brother here, one of the great Chelsea YouTubers out there, and they put in relevant content. He's just like me. We just say it as it is. We don't sugarcoat anything. We're not looking for clickbait. We're just asking for more relevant subscribers on our platform. And then he says it real as it should be. We're not tapping merchants. He says it real. So guys, if you're here, watching me here, and you haven't seen him stream before, I know majority of you knows him. If you haven't, please, the 3 dots is right there. Go to his channel and add your numbers to his number. You love when he does his live stream. Very, very interesting. If you love this, you love his more. Javino said that defensively, is James better than Gusto too? I don't see the comparison here. Selling James will be suicide, in my opinion. According, thank you very much, Giovanni, for that comment here. But big up to you, my brother. Chelsea perspective, Giovanni, Steven, Rice, Santiago. Yes, winding up everybody in there. Steven Rice, Mo, also everyone in the just joining us today. Thank you very much for your time here. Gallagher is the guy that we are discussing. Whether he stays at Chelsea, I got 3 jerseys right there. Look at all these 3 jerseys and let me know which one fits in better. The red and the white and the blue, and the all blue Lion Chelsea. Should he stay? Should he go to Atlético Madrid, or should he stay in the Premier League? If not, if yes, then where? Tottenham Hotspurs. Can they make that move? I don't know where you guys stand on it. Should he stay at Chelsea? Should he move on? Is Chelsea getting the deal wrong on the contract situation? Dante said Gallagher is too old for a 8-year-old contract, 8 years old contract, according to Dante. Some believe that he
for
deserves
an 8
more.
years contract.
Yeah, he's too old for an 8 years old contract, according to Dante. Makim also, I'm not so sure where he stands on that. So anyone else you want to inject anything to it in the comments, please. The link is also there. It's been pinned. You can join us here and waffle if you have syrup. No problem. We can blend it.
Oh, not waffle, please.
All right. We have said a lot here. Any more from Stephen G? Any more?
Nah, I got nothing.
Dante.
We've said everything about Gallagher. We've spoken our, gave
I
our
have
opinions.
one question.
Oh,
I have
that's
one question.
drop it, say.
Well, so what's the plan? I mean, like, I understand what Gallagher's going out one way or another, yeah, but this swap with Omorundi is still being considered. Like, us buying Omorundi is still a real thing. And on the other hand,
And you can also make the same
a
point.
couple of days ago, we was talking about
that we could
Osimhen.
still get
David,
Osimhen though. So
David, hold on. Let him finish this with a question.
Oh no, go on, Stephen, go on.
no, I was just quickly saying, but then if you're saying that, but you can also make the same point about Osimhen, like there's still the talk around that. So it could
Yeah,
be
so
that Samu's
what's
the
the plan?
backup
Like, are we
option,
gonna buy
right?
both of them? Like,
which you know it's not going to happen. See, if Santiago says something earlier on in the comment that if we bring in Osimhen, if we bring in those kind of strikers that you're talking about, the development of McGee is not going to happen. We're not going to see much game time of McGee. So a player that we spend less money on, is it 5 million or 10 million for
About
him?
5 million.
Yeah, that we know
I
this
think that was
potential.
euros, but you get my point.
Yeah. We know that he can grow up to be a good player in the future. We might not see the development of this player. So I don't see the Osimhen deal happening. And there's other things hanging around the Osimhen deal in wages. As some people have said, that Osimhen is now willing to drop to go and cut down his wages for Chelsea to get him on the football club. So that's also a problem over there. And with the player that Makim just mentioned, his name Omari Dua, whatever it is, I don't think Atletico Madrid want to sell him cheaper too. So
Look,
probably not. I can't remember what the value.
I don't think it's going to happen.
They want 70 million for him, yeah, because that's his. Yeah. The thing with Osimhen, sorry to just cut in. If we buy Osimhen this season, we won't be buying anyone else because the money won't be available to buy anyone else. The reason we're trying to get a loan for Osimhen this season and then obligation to buy next season, because he will go on next season's books. That will still then allow us to buy another player this season.
Facts.
So we still need a right winger. The club's been saying, everyone's been saying, we're still looking for a right-footed winger. But if we buy Osimhen, we won't probably be able to spend any more money on anyone else. That's why the club is trying to push for a loan this season, an obligation to buy. We will buy it next season, but because he goes on next season's books. So that's where we're at. So if Osimhen comes, there's no one else coming if Osimhen comes, because that money will go on this year's books and there will be no more room for anyone else to get on there. So it will be interesting to see which way we go. If we can get that loan to buy, I think that's a great option, because obviously he'll go on next year's books, and that will still allow us to buy another player this year as well.
Great coming from Dante. Chelsea perspective here. Maya said waffling on my Chelsea perspective said Gallagher refuses to leave Chelsea is no different from someone opting to remain in a relationship that isn't working. It gets toxic, which I believe if you have a man and a woman in the house and they're not going in the same direction, it's better they part ways, because the children that suffers in that manner. In fact, it's the same thing I was saying earlier on. At least we bank on the paper and a proper player from Gallagher deal. From Maya, big up Coach Coachella from Maya, and also big up from Chelsea perspective to Maya. I read all this. I don't know why. Reece James also can be useful in free kicks. Yeah, dead ball situation. Absolutely, free kicks. Once again,
I don't know what these. Sorry, Nee.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead. No, you're right.
these guys, I don't know. Like, have we not seen Gusto play for Lyon like previously? Like, he's a problem. If you've seen this guy play as an 8, it's a problem.
Who?
Malo Gusto.
Gusto.
Oh,
It's a different breed. So it's a thing where like you can't put that responsibility on Reece James and what he's got going on in his conditions. Like, you can't be comparing. Gusto can take free kicks too. He's very good at them. He's got a whole shorts and highlights about them. Like, we're not comparing. We're just saying that how we can supplement Reece James for him to get back to his best, if that's going to happen. Ideally, we all want Reece James to come back to his best and, give all times. We don't necessarily want the player to go.
Thank you very much, Rich Moneymaker. I just seen the message over here. It says that I've had to send a personal message to Blueclouds Media about the Osimhen issue. Please follow me on Twitter on Rich Moneymaker 22. Absolutely, our brother has some good information. If you want to follow him, if you believe it, his
inside man.
Yeah, you can get some information from him. I'm going to read out what he said to me. He says, big up, bro. All I can say that the owners want Osimhen, but the sporting directors need to back off and let these owners and push the project. The club are doing their hardest to not give much information about this transfer, but my contacts are still getting information. Only a bit. It's top secret. Even the top journalists are asking other people. LOL. How are you? Please.
Rich dropping sugar.
Yeah, he's dropping more sugar on the platform. Rich Moneymaker, thank you very much for that information. Hey, to him, and I think I've seen this. I've seen some reports on this that owners really want Victor to come to the football club, just like we said earlier on.
In terms of they want that big money player.
Yeah,
if they can get him.
Yeah, I know in the past that the owners wanted to bring in Neymar, some Mbappe, some other big name player at the football club for, like I said, the Marquis signing. So, Victor Osimhen will be good, but the sporting directors are the guys in the way. Because if this goes wrong again, like the Enzo Fernandez and then the Modric, Micha Modric deal that people think is going wrong, and the owners were involved to get that done, I think the owners will also be blamed by the fans. So they don't want to do that. Let the sporting directors take charge of it. But thank you very much, Rich Moneymaker, for that information. Maya said that Banner got to his head. We can't sign that contract anymore. Osimhen not coming to Chelsea at all. Okay, by the Clear League owners, Gusto. Okay. Keep them coming, guys. Keep the comments coming. Go for it, Steven.
Huh?
I thought you were talking when I cut you off. But Dante, has something to say.
No. I think Steven was trying to say something, but I don't know.
Oh.
No, there's nothing to say. It's just we're reading for these comments. Steven obviously, Stephen Rice, really loves Clear Lake. It looks like it. So I think he might have been the one that said from day one. So I think it could be him. I have my money on him.
I'm sure because he's been more negative on the owners. So I don't have anything wrong being negative on the owners. It's up to you. You don't see what they're trying to sell to Chelsea, and it's up to you. I understand your opinion. I respect that, and you have to respect mine too, and you have to respect others that going against your opinion. They're going against it because they mean that they respect. That's why we debate. That's why we have this platform here to debate on it. Giovanni and Vani said, someone's James sold. I don't really say Gusto is a bad player, but performance for Chelsea is so far. Reece James has done way better than Gusto. I mean, Reece James is a better player. I will not lie to you. Gusto is also up there. But there's free kicks that come from Reece James, although you might not get many goals from it, but they are very, very wicked free kicks always coming from him. Wicked free kicks, the crossing. I love them. There's much power and accuracy on it, but only if Reece James can be getting goals from it, I'll love it. I say in the past that Chelsea have to find a dead ball, a free kick specialist, someone that when you put the ball down,
Even Palmer can do that
eight
ball as well. Though.
8 out of 10 can result
Yeah,
into.
we've got plenty of technical players that can do free kicks. But even last season, we saw actually our ex was putting Gallagher taking all the corners, and the corners were getting sprayed all over the place, and people were complaining we don't have a proper free kick taker. But Gallagher was taking some of our free kicks and corners.
What do you
Dante, can I ask this question? Did Sterling think he's a free kick expert?
And
After
another
getting
one, Sterling. Yes. Look,
Bro,
he took a really good one.
Sterling, bro.
He took a good one last year. He scored a great free kick, but the rest
Oh, he
of them
took
have
a
been
great one
horrible.
against.
There's
Leicester.
one. There's one that I'm still looking for. It. The ball went
He's
over
not
the
good.
bar.
Yeah, the
I've
Leicester
been
one.
trying
You're
to
on
find
about
it.
the
I
Leicester
can't
one.
find the ball.
Yep.
All
We
right.
have so many technical players. Yeah, you'll see Maresca will change it up completely. You'll see that the free kick takers, and especially with the coach coming in, that technical set piece coach, he'll be changing it up a bit. I already saw
We've
some
already seen it
variation in
as
the
well.
games.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw some variation in these games they were trying. But yeah, you'll see quite a lot of new variations and new free kick takers.
Yeah. Stephen Rice is asking how many goalkeepers do Chelsea have right now? Stephen, don't even go there with me. With the goalkeeping thing, I'm very upset with it. Too many goalkeepers at the football club. I don't know. I think about 8 or 10 goalkeepers right now.
Bro, but then it depends what you're deeming, because of course you're going to have academy goalkeepers. So
Yeah,
that's what people like Bergstrom and Eddie Beach are. Like, they're not your first team keepers. They're still
They're
young.
reserved,
They're still,
yeah.
Bettinelli's
what
there for the
people
pension.
need to have clarified at times is that it's all well and good saying stuff, but you need to also understand that not everyone's going to be on that tour that's a first team player, because some players were at the Copa, some were at the Euros. So you needed to take players who won't be in your squad next season to fill those numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We saw. Remember last year, our ex. We had 3 goalkeepers on the bench every game.
Bro, for
And
real,
Steven,
it's so
there's
annoying.
nothing in place for these players to even be on the bench.
how would you feel? Yeah, how would you feel? Yeah, if Gusto, let's say, in the next 6 months, yeah, or halfway through the season, yeah, and he plays like last year, yeah, or even now, yeah, how would you feel if he asked, yeah, made a request that he wants to get paid like Cole Palmer or like near,
Palmer's
or
not
like
even on a lot.
he wants a payment, payment rise, otherwise he's leaving.
It's not that easy. They signed the contract. It's not that easy, making, unfortunately, and he has to prove
You
himself.
could do what Napoli done with.
We have to get in the
Victor.
Champions
Just
League first.
Basically, force them to stay.
Yeah. It's a long way. That's a long way away, making. He can't ask for a rise.
They came around the same time, yeah, and it's like, let's say, do you get what I'm trying to say though? Like, and
That's fine. That's another great problem to have. Again,
yeah.
it's a good problem to have. That's when they need to make a decision. Make decisions. The players you keep, the players you move on, the players you sell, the players you develop more. It's all part of football. It always happens. Just people don't seem to pay attention, and they only seem to see what they want. But it always happens at the top level. It always happens. This always goes on.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. So Rich Moneymaker said they want him to get better sponsorship deal, and I think this will happen. Everyone hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, give sugar to Constance and Dante. Yeah, give sugar to Dante. Coming from Rich Moneymaker. Stephen Wright said, LOL Maya, you keep thinking like that. I bet you he don't sign because of all those bullshit coming from Rich Stephen Rice. Santiago says, Stephen, we have Jorgensen, Kepa, Sanchez plus 10 kids. Santiago. Martin goalies according to me. Yeah, my question from a safety perspective over here. It says a question for the panel. Is it, in your opinion, that Gallagher and Chalobah are being mistreated? If you say yes, please explain how are they being most treated. Guys, we're gonna end up with Chelsea perspective question. If you have any other question, we can do it some other time. We just literally have a few minutes to end. I was trying to do this for just 2 hours, but we're gonna definitely gonna go over it. But we don't want to keep it too long. I know mothers, fathers that are listening and watching. Dante is a father. Makim is a father, a grandfather to be making soon. Nee here is a father here. Steven is a father to be coming soon. So yeah, we got
Coach.
other things
Oh, wait,
here.
stop asking questions at the 2-hour mark. What are you doing?
Let's get it going now, and let's drop it. Just a perspective. If you guys have any, if you have reaction to that question, please let's drop it. Peace from Phantom. Phantom, a minute topic. Where have you been? Says good night. Have a nice sleep, Phantom. Guys, let's react to some of these questions, and then we can call it a day. Guys, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. We'll be back each and every day. And if you haven't seen my brother Chelsea Perspective channel, click on the name is right there. It'll take you straight to. We got 16 of us watching live on YouTube, and the others watching live on X. If you haven't follow us on X, please do us a favor. Follow on it. I've also tweeted. The link is right there. You can click on it. It will bring you straight here to YouTube and follow us here.
Oh,
And subscribe.
my battery's low. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna head off. Yeah.
Yeah, Makim, take care. Take care.
Peace,
Thank you very much for joining us here. 2X, drop your football knowledge on the show. We'll see you at the time.
Take care.
Let's wrap up over here with Chelsea perspective question. You guys can also drop your comments on it. Rich Moneymaker, thank you very much. I agree with Stephen Rice. Sanchez, no good. I love your passion. Sanchez, to be honest with you, I don't want anyone to get fooled with that performance against Club America. It's no good. Yeah, this guy can run 30 yards away from making a mistake, giving a bad pass. Luckily, we did not concede against, I think it was Celtic. Yeah, I remember that one. So, I send that to Chelsea perspective, and I don't think it's being more treated. I think it's being treated fairly. Either you leave the football club, because to me, Gallagher, there are other players ahead of you in that pick. That being a squad player and helping the team out last season doesn't guarantee you a starting 11 place in this team. And I was against the club when Steven said that. Okay, he was asking for a long-term contract, and looking at his age, 25 years old, right? He's 25. 7 years old, 7 years contract is not going to help him. The maximum he can go will be 4 years, in my opinion, because 25 years old means you have 5 more years. And if you're demanding for 8 years contract, that's too much. Or 6-7 years is too much. It means that you'll be around 30 years old, and looking at you, you're not as good as maybe Lavia, as good as maybe a Malo Gusto, who can play in that role. It means that the other players ahead of him. To me, I don't think it's been, badly treated, unless somebody else sees other way. Those that are against the Clown Lake, they call them. Dante.
No, I agree. I can't answer what Coach asks because I'm a no, so there's nothing much to say. So I'm a no on that one. He knows my view about it. I don't think he's being treated either because they actually offered him a decent contract. From what's reported, and I do think the club did leak that out that they have, and they wouldn't do that. People are saying it's PR, it's all lies, it's PR, it's just to make Gallagher look bad. No, they wouldn't lie. They wouldn't release that as a lie because they would get in serious trouble if they did.
To be fair, they've done this before.
Yeah, but they can't release that and say there's contract and there's no contract there at all. There's 100% contracts on the table for Conor Gallagher. He just has not signed them yet. And if the club gave him a deadline to make a decision and he hasn't made a decision, well, they're in every right to do what they're doing. So he needs to make a decision. It's best for everyone, to be honest. He just needs to kind of say what he wants to do, what he wants, make a decision, because that'll take everyone. The situation will be more died down, and we know what he wants. But if there's contracts there and they're offering him decent money, well, what more does he want? Is he upset because he's not getting a 5, 6 year, 7, 8 year contract? Well, I mean, that's what I said earlier, where if he's actually thinking that he's that important and such a superstar that he deserves that, well, then he's got it all wrong. And then you can't be thinking like that. I mean, it's a different system, different coach. He's got a certain skill set. It does not suit what we have at the moment. He's down the pecking order. And the club are doing what every single club would do in that situation. Actually, they're actually respecting him by giving him a contract at all. If they really wanted to let him go and drop him out, they actually still give him a contract saying, look, well, here's 2-3 years. Here's another 3 years. You want to stay, you back yourself. If you think you're starter, go for it. It's actually beneficial for him to have a short-term contract, because if he does well, then he's got it's positive for him, because then he can actually then leave for bigger money or get a bigger contract. But if he gets shut down in a 5-year contract,
yeah,
well, then you can't do much about it. It's a very different situation. By him getting a short-term contract, bonus for him. He's not tied down to the club. So I look at it that way. I don't see it as disrespect at all. I think the club are doing what every club would do in this situation. They're not being sentimental about it, and they shouldn't be. I know fans are sentimentally attached to some of these players, and I explained earlier why Conor Gallagher is that player they're attached to. He's Cobham, he is this. They made him captain. Yeah, is worth more because of it. So unfortunately, the end, and the club are looking out for the club, and just that it's just one of those situations.
Okay, thank you very much, Dante. We have apologize for a little hitch in Dante's audio. It went in and out for a bit, but we still got what he was trying to say.
I didn't know.
No, you don't have to be sorry, Dante. It's not your fault. You don't control the waves or the audio.
But he does.
CDC. CDC2 said, imagine if Gallagher goes to Spurs just to spit Chelsea after.
I really don't think he'll do that. I'm pretty sure his whole
situation.
family's Chelsea fans as well.
Yeah, he doesn't like. He doesn't.
Yeah, all
like,
his family, all their kids, everyone. They're all Chelsea members. They're all Chelsea, full Chelsea. So I don't think he'll go there either. Yeah.
Stephen, my last question to you: do you think that Gallagher is being maltreated, depending on what we said earlier on regarding the contract situation, that everybody's getting a long-term contract, and we did talk about that, and you explained this, but do you have a change of mind?
I think to an extent it's harsh, right? Probably more so in the Trevor Chalobah situation, if I'm being honest. Because with Gallagher, I look at it, I go, okay, so who does he start over? I don't think he starts ahead of Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. If we're actually putting Palmer in the middle, don't think he starts over him. Don't think he starts over Carney. So straight away, he's down to about 5th, 6th choice. But then at the same time, the club doesn't need to be doing all these briefings about selling him and then offering him a contract at the same time that's like 2 years plus 1. If you want to sell him, yeah, and you're putting out about selling him, just sell him. Don't offer the contract. You don't need to put him in with the youth and ban him from the first team building. If that bit's actually happened, I don't know. But I saw at least one report that said that's happened. Like, surely he could still train with the first team. That's the bit that I don't really get.
Chelsea Perspective shared this with me earlier on. I think that this is a report that we were talking about. He said that Chelsea will hold, I think it's being reported from Fabrizio, but he was sharing this with me now. Thank you very much.
No, it's reported by a lot of people. It was a briefing. They're going to hold a meeting. They don't want to end it on bad terms and all this sort of stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and then he's just sent it according to, he says Chelsea will hold talk with Conor Gallagher today amid at resolving his future Chelsea 2+1 new contract extension proposal is still on the table, which he hasn't accepted yet. So we're yet to hope that everything can be resolved. But I feel bad that he will not be taking part in the first team training. because of that. I feel like that's very, very harsh on
That's
the player.
speculation, though. It's not
Yeah.
confirmed.
I
That's
mean,
just
yeah,
speculation at the
It
moment.
does seem like that's happening, though. It does seem like that's was.
Look, with Chalobah, so that's happened with Chalobah. They left him back again. He's surplus to requirements. He's down the pecking order. They left him, but there could be something. It's a bit unusual. I agree, because other players have gone on the tour. There could be something we don't know there. Disciplinary. There could be so many things that happened that we don't know, and people just saying it's disrespect to Chalobah. There could be a disciplinary issue. There could be so many little things that doesn't come out publicly yet, that why he's staying back. He could have had the meeting and he could have said, "Oh, F you guys," whatever, or something, and he's getting disciplined for it. Could be so many things, but people are making a big deal about it, that he's getting disrespected, that they left him behind. So I don't believe that.
He didn't get left behind from the preseason tour. If that's what people think, then that's not true. He's off of the preseason tour because he was in the Euros squad for England and they got to the final. So him, Cucurella and Palmer all meant to be going back to Cobham in the next few days. So it's not that, if anyone thinks it's that, it's not that.
No, I'm talking about Chalobah.
Oh, no. Oh, Chalobah, yeah. Chalobah's different.
I'm talking about Chalobah. That's what I'm saying. There could be, something's not right there, because that happened. He should be on the tour, because there's other players that have been on the tour that also we're selling. So there's something more there to Chalobah people don't know. It could come out later, whatever. It could be something simpler. Like I said, he had a meeting with them. He was rude. He said something bad, and they're just disciplining. Oh, well, you're not coming on the tour. You're surplus to requirements anyway. You're third, fourth, fifth choice, whatever. You want to have the attitude where you're staying back. There's so many that's happened on other occasions.
Because who are the ones you say that are going to go that are on the tour, right? Because Petrovic isn't on it.
He's injured.
Right? Unless he's
Petrovic
joined up
injured.
now, I can't remember. But there was reports he'll join up towards the end of the first week because he had an injury. Then we're signed Jorgensen. You've then got Broja, but Broja's only there because Jackson was injured.
But he's still there, so.
But he's only there because Jackson's injured, which meant otherwise you're left with just Mark Gui. So
no, because you got Nkunku, you got other players you can play there. You don't need to. Yeah, there's other. That's what I mean. There's other players we are looking to sell that are still on the tour. So he was left behind for a reason, and that reason no one knows. But people are saying it's disrespect by the club. They left him out. But it can be something else completely, because it's not.
Bro, I'll tell you what I think the simple version is, yeah? The simple version is that Chalobah isn't in the club's plans, yeah? And they want to have the majority of the players that are going to be in the plans that were available to go on preseason, go to preseason. And of the area of pitch Chalobah's in, the Sassy will be staying, Badiashile will be staying, Colwell will be staying, Fofana will be staying. And then they want to look at Josh as well, Joshua Champong as well. So you've already got 4 or 5 players that play in his position. So that plus they were already looking to sell him. It makes no sense to take him.
Yeah, usually, yeah. But they've taken other players that they're still looking to sell as well.
But my point is, in those other positions, they might not have as many players, right? So Chilwell was gone, but they're looking to sell him, but didn't have another left back unless you just take academy guys and use Colwell there on top of that, right? And then obviously
preseason you take everyone normally, even like Lukaku and on preseasons when he was getting sold. A lot of they take people on preseason anyway.
Thing, it's not always, because different managers do it different, right? So he's going to want to have the majority of the players, except from obviously Palmer, Cucurella, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Enzo obviously joined up late because of the Copa. Except from those players, he'll want to have pretty much everyone else that's going to be in that squad that's available to join up for preseason in the USA. And then he's just using some of the others filling out that space, basically, until those players come back. And then those that get sold or loaned, and then the other players coming in will take over.
But my point is we don't know, and it's a little bit unusual because normally they don't do that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a little bit, there could be something else there that people don't know. It might come out later, but it's a bit unusual because he did play quite a lot, and he does have a contract with Chelsea. Let's not forget. It's not like they didn't want him, because he did have a contract, and he did sign a new contract as well.
And great.
He signed a new long contract, so
Thank you very much. Rich Moneymaker said, thanks, Stephen Rice, and I will be coming on YouTube soon, but I'm on still gathering information according to my brother here. Stephen Rice said, Rich Moneymaker, we need YouTube like
Rich is not
YouTubers,
coming. He's
like
been saying that for 2
we
years.
need
He
to
hasn't
get
come on
the
yet.
truth, the truth to Chelsea fans. Absolutely. Thanks, Stephen. All right. Rich Moneymaker said, see,
Bro,
Dante.
I'm trying to keep up, and you're jumping down, then back up on the comments, then back down, then back up on the comments. I can't keep up.
All right, I'll give you this too. Take this one because I've already taken.
You've done it again. I was just on the one you was on. Wait, you just read this one?
No, I read this one already. I've already read this one. That's why I'm on this. So you can go for
this fully agree one you just read out, no? This one you haven't. We were top London club 3 years ago. Now we aren't even in the top 3 in London. Well done, Clown Lake from Stephen Rice. I mean, let's not even get into this because
Is that Dan by any chance? Is that Dan?
No, that's not
Dan.
That's someone else.
No. He might be pretending to be someone else. I'm just saying. Where is Wicked Dan anyway?
Unless I get him on. If I break down on the stone, the show will be done. So
this one's just between Rich Moneymakers and Dante. They're talking to each other on this one.
Yeah. All right. I think I've gone through all of them, Dante. Thank you very much. This is something that I'll be wishing to do in the near future. News like that, I have to invite people on to come and talk. That's also in the pipeline. So I don't want to get all my things out, but working on things. But yeah, guys, so we're gonna drop
just quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can end it with this bit of information. I've got to hop off anyway, but Liam Twomey from The Athletic said that Chelsea offered Gallagher the same contract twice, 2 years guaranteed, followed by a club option to extend for a third, on a vastly increased salary. According to those with knowledge of the club's pay scale, have pushed him up into the same range as top midfield earners Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo.
So it's like he'll be getting like 250 a week.
No. Enzo and that, they're all on the 200, 180.
No, Enzo is more than 180.
200.
No, Enzo is more than 180. I could remember Enzo is also in high wages, like after Raheem Sterling. Enzo is right there around 250.
But they're not saying Enzo, they're saying around there. I don't see them giving him that much. I just don't see it giving him that much. But if it's around there, it can be 180, 175.
100.
Sorry, 200. Because Enzo on a little bit high. I think the Enzo is the second highest in at the football club. Raheem Sterling 350. Enzo through.
No, it isn't. It's Lukaku and Sterling are the top two.
Yeah, no,
I don't count Lukaku because it's not really.
I do just because until he's sold, he's still on our books.
But yeah, look at Enzo. If you can see Enzo and Fernandez deal, if I remember last time we saw it was around 250.
180.
180.
Yep. No, I remember even Caicedo I think is 150. So it will be around there between 150 and 180. It'll be around there, which is fine. That's fair. I mean, if you're getting the same as Enzo and you're getting the same as Caicedo and those players, I mean, that's for me, that's over the top for me. But yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, you sit down 1 week, sometimes
it's
you don't even get
it's really, really good earnings.
150 a week.
I was saying when we chatted on Chelsea about this for a while, we kept about salaries. I was saying they're probably going to offer him maybe 120 max, 120, 125 max. And if they're offering over 150, 180, that's a very good salary for his skill set, especially. That's a very good salary. And he doesn't suit, and he's a squad player as well. He's not a starter like those guys. That's over the top. They're actually, so that show, if that's the truth, then they are respecting him by giving, even if it's only a 3-year contract extension.
Great. Dante, I really appreciate your time here today. It's very educative, very educative. And your knowledge and football is also really spot on. Stephen G, as usual. I don't even know how much I can say thank you to. We do this show each and every day, and your football knowledge is also spot on. And everyone that came in today, Rich Moneymaker, Stephen Rice, appreciate your time and your energy. Really love you, brother. I know you're on the other side, but like I said, I respect your opinion. Maybe you could be right. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't disrespect anyone that comes to the platform. Much love to my brother, Chester Perspective. Also, CDC2, thank you very much. Who else am I missing out? Maya, as usual. Santiago, more, more age to your elbow, brother. Thank you for your support and your knowledge at all times, showing up, contributing to our show each and every day. Giovanni, my brother, thank you very much. Everyone, I want to love you forever, as usual. And more from Blue Lounge YouTube channel, Deep Prince, thank you very much. The crew. If I miss your name, please, I'm only human, and forgive me for that. Dante, what do you want to say before we end the stream, Dante?
No, good.
Before I
Thank
let
you
you
for having
go.
me on. Thanks, Stephen, and everyone in the chat as well. Well, good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dante. Enjoy the rest of the day. Stephen, I always say Leo Desperando and Stephen G.
Hang on to hope.
Absolutely. Guys, if there's no hope, I always say Leo Desperandos, hang on to hope. We'll see you guys again some other time tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.